Oh, guys, no. Oh! All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This your boy True Inferno. Today's date is Saturday, January the 19th, and somebody in this whip got a shiny Feebas already. Check this out right here. Look at that. One, right? The first one. Yeah, so Feebas Community Day is live. So that's what's going on right now. In case you're wondering, the PvP tournament got postponed for next week because it is snowing in a mug right now. That's why I'm not in my own car right now. I'm in a SUV right now, waiting on one more person. But anywho, I am currently catching this, well actually I caught this Cast Form Snow Edition, and then I'm going to transfer it. Bye-bye. And I'm at the Civic Center. It is a Robberfest nest. Normally it would be a bad thing, but it's a good thing because you can get great throws on this thing. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh, actually, let me claim a reward, and I'm going to try to capture this Armonite, or use great throws on this Armonite.
Okay, I just got the Earthworm Buddy candy.
So,
I got my teeth candy.
Bam! Got the great throw. So let me remind you guys, even though by the time you see this, Feebas Community Day will be over, the field research that you can get to get a Feebas. 10 great throws, 15 nice throws, earn 1 candy with your buddy, and hatch an egg. So those are the 4 research tasks that you'll be looking for on Feebas Community Day, that is. Oh, this one got good IVs. HP and attack. Okay, we're going to keep that one. So now I need one more Pokemon, and we're going to check this Taillow, see if it's shiny. It is not shiny, but I'm going to still try to get a great throw with it. And give me that, give me that, give me that. Dang, I missed it. And yeah, that's what's going on right now. I'm so close to getting my first research task done. And the guy who caught it was the one talking about something. Don't expect to see a lot of shiny Feebas, and the first one he got was a shiny Feebas. But anywho, we're going to transfer this Taillow. There's a Robberfest with the tacky lipstick, and we're going to get a great throw on this thing, and bam, there it is. So we completed our first Feebas research task. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yeah, I know we caught it. Come on. Oh, it got out. Okay, I'm running. Bye bye. Peace out. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here. Survey says no, it's not shiny, but we're going to keep looking for them. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so we just completed 2 of these Feebas field research. Walk a buddy to get a candy. So let's see what the first one is. Is it a shiny?
EF got one.
Nope, it's not shiny.
You got one?
No, EF caught one.
EF Wolverine got one. And let's see the second one. Is it shiny? No, it's not shiny. We are still on the hunt. We, as in me, rather. It's still on the hunt for a shiny Feebas. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so we got another Feebas research completed. Let's see if it's the shiny. Now, we just got breaking news. It's not shiny. That perfect is 117, and our driver got the perfect shiny Feebas, which is crazy. But yet, no luck for your boy. I'm still looking for my first shiny Feebas. Hopefully it's perfect as well. And let's see what this one is. Yep, make 15 nice throws. And I got a lot of work to do here. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so we made a pit stop. We're doing a Groudon raid over there. And you see it right here. My alt got a shiny Feebas, and I'm bringing it in the party. So yes, it's going to tackle Groudon. I crap you not. This thing's going to whip one right in Groudon. What'd you call it? Shoo-shoo? Street? What's that term? Chi-chi? Yeah, it's going to chi-chi this Groudon. And then it just kicked the bucket. But anywho, we about to take this thing out. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so we just took down the Groudon with a little technical difficulties, but we got through it nevertheless. I missed the CP on it. I have no clue what it was. And give me that starters, which is really what I want the most. 16 Premier Balls. And not shiny. 2302. So this one's like bland IVs. Give me that excellent throw. Hopefully this is a catch. We are moving, heading back toward the Civic Center. Is this the catch? Yes, we got it. So we caught the Groudon. That's what's up. All right, so we're going to head back to the Civic Center, try to get some more shiny Feebas. So yeah, stay tuned. Well, it's not a shiny Feebas, but I'll take it. My second shiny Tailo, that's what's up. And my boy Osiris got a shiny Feebas, another one. And apparently we're gonna do trades. So yes, I will get a shiny Feebas one way or another, whether from my art or from him. So yes, we are now about to capture the shiny Tailo, my second one. I think I got a great throw on it too. I wasn't even paying attention, but we got it. We got the shiny Tailo. There's about 30 minutes left in the event. This 7-11 Miami Hurricane looking Pokemon look dope as heck. And yeah, that's what's going on right now, man. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so with all that out the way, I'm finally home. So yeah, Feebas Day was interesting to say the least. So before I give you guys my thoughts on Feebas Day, let me tell you guys exactly what happened. So even though this did not get on camera, I just showed you like a glimpse of it. My second alt got obviously this right here, this shiny Feebas. That was the first one. And then once Feebas Day was over, obviously I have some leftover Feebas research task to open on my second alt, and I got another one. So yes, there you see it right there, the second one from my second alt. Then my first alt, after I opened up all my Feebas tasks from my second alt, my first alt I was opening the task after Feebas Day had ended, and I got this right here. So yes, at this point in time, I have 3 shiny Feebas. Now, in regards to my main, did I get any in my main? Not shiny Feebas, but I did get this right here. And that is the shiny Tailo. This is my second one, and this is, at this point in time, reserved for Osiris for a shiny Feebas. So that could happen at some point in the next few days. So with this out the way, let me get rid of the shiny Tailo. And what is all around me? Ooh, speaking of which, we got shiny possibilities around me. Let me check those real quick. The Pooch is not shiny. And what about this Tailo? It's also not shiny. Alright, so with that out the way, now Feebas Day is still going on for me because, as you can see over there, I got 3 tasks to check. So I'm about to check these 3 tasks and see if I did get a shiny Feebas on my main. So here's the first one. And no, it is not shiny. So we're going to back up out of that, save that for later. Let's check on the second one. And it is also not shiny. 112 CP. 112. It's been a minute since I did that. Alright, now let's check the third and final task. And it is also not shiny. So I did not find 109 CP. I did not find a shiny Feebas on my main. Alright, so today's day is actually Monday. Just turned Monday, like what, an hour or so ago or whatever. But I wanted to redo this portion of the clip. And the reason why is because I watched some of the other YouTubers. I listened to what they had to say. And a few hours ago, I did my live stream where we were talking about Feebas Community Day. And a number of you guys gave me your input on it. And I'd like to thank you guys for showing up to that live stream, because there was a lot of you guys that showed up there. So I'd like to thank you guys for showing up to the live stream. And I heard what a bunch of other YouTubers had to say. I read the comments on Twitter, and I saw what you guys said in my live stream. And I wanted to redo this clip, because I will admit, there were some things that I do want to talk about that other YouTubers talked about. And there was some things that I personally experienced that I didn't mention in the last video, but I'm just gonna, tackle it. So basically, as far as Community Day, Feebas Community Day, at this point I'm not doing no more air quotes. In terms of my Feebas Community Day, I had a great time. I had a great time because it was me, it was 4 of the guys. We were all in one vehicle and we were hanging out together. I had a great time. We shared a bunch of laughs. And it was fun. It was really, really, really fun. Like I said, all of us with the exception of one person caught shiny Feebas, but we all caught a shiny in some way, shape, or form. And for me, my main account did not catch a shiny Feebas, but my 2 other alts did. They caught 3 total. So I'm pretty much good for the most part. And I'm going to be traded a shiny Feebas for my boy Cyrus, I believe, for a shiny Tailo, which obviously you saw. So we'll see what happens with that. But outside of my personal experience, the event was garbage. The event was hot garbage, and I want to talk about rides. So basically, the research tasks, things that you had to do. Now, me personally, I have no problem with the whole trying to get a buddy candy. I have no problem with hatching 1 egg to some degree. But the problem with those was this, like, you had to waste time to complete those objectives. Like there was nothing you can do. Like once you get those research tasks, unless you dump them, there was nothing you could do in terms of completing that task faster. Like you had to walk around or slowly drive around to hatch these eggs, to get a buggy candy and things of that nature. It was such a time waster with that one. And then with the other two research tasks, like get 15 nice throws and get 10 great throws, it's too much. It's too much. That's a lot of work. And for me and the guys I was working with, we was at the Civic Center Dearborn, which is at this point in time a Wobbuffet nest. And it is very easy to get a great throw, a nice, obviously a nice throw, but a great throw on a Wobbuffet. So that worked out fine. But still though, it's still a lot of work. And again, you're trying to save up time so you can get the next research from the next Pokestop. And it was just a time waster. It was just a big time waster. And another problem is this. Basically, they had you go from location to location to location to location to location, because when you spin a Pokestop and you got that research task, it's not like you can go back to the same Pokestop and spin it again and get either the same research task or a different one. You know, you have to go through them all. So for those of you who are out in the rural area, like you may have 2, 3, 4, 5 Pokestops closest to you, and then once you spin all 5 of those Pokestops and you complete all 5 of those research tasks, what do you do next? What do you do next? You have to move on. You have to drive 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes away to the next spot that have a crap ton of Pokestops. And that is totally unfair for the rural players. And then here's the thing, and you know, in my live stream, there was a bunch of Michigan guys in there. And of course, I'm from Michigan, and Hybrid Mongoose from Michigan. So he did 2 videos on Feebas community today. One, him taking part in it, and then one with him reacting to Feebas community day as a whole. And let me explain this to you guys. Of all the times, right, this whole winter season from 2018, like December 2018 up to now, we barely had any snow. We in Michigan, or at least in my neck of the woods, we barely had any snow. And then all of a sudden, let me explain this to you guys. It's Friday, 11:58 p.m., Friday, 11:59 p.m., Saturday, midnight. So we talking that time frame. And then like 2 hours after that, we got the biggest snowstorm in months. Like I'm honest, I crap you down. We got a big snowstorm. So, and then when something like that happened, it was still snowing. Like it was still snowing. When I got outside, and our event started at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I got outside, I think at 1 o'clock, and I shoveled the snow in front of the house real quick. And it was still snowing. And then I left to take part in Feebas Community Day, and it was still snowing. So, and once Feebas Community Days got started, the snow stopped. So here's what that means. There was not a lot of time from the snow stopping, from this snowstorm ending, to Feebas Community Day starting for us, where whoever could go out and plow the snow. So we was driving in hazardous conditions to try and take part in this Feebas Community Day. Now some people did not do that, but there was no consideration for those people around who had a big snowstorm just come directly in their face. And you making them do all this work, like getting 10 great throws, 15 nice throws, and they driving in crazy conditions. Now granted, in the Southern Hemisphere, it's their summertime. So obviously if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't be complaining as much, but still though, thinking about it, yeah, I like to be fair. So if this was, like I said, the roles were reversed, they would have to deal with the same conditions. So it's kind of hard for them to say, we can't do this event because the Northern Hemisphere is dealing with this much snow, or the Southern Hemisphere is dealing with this much snow. But still though, there has to be some type of consideration, man, because for Niantic to expect us who live in the Northern Hemisphere, who have to deal with the snow, to go out and go from one spot to spin all these Pokestops and then drive 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 miles per hour in snowy, hazardous conditions to get to the next spot where there's more Pokestops, it's ridiculous. And then imagine if these were role players dealing with the snow. I cannot even fathom. I cannot even fathom that. I can't. So they had to make these research tasks much easier, so we have more time to get more, so we have more time to do more. And with the amount of work we had to do with these current research tasks, combined with the crazy weather conditions, again, not like that everywhere, but in certain parts of the world, yeah, it was like that. There was no consideration for rural players and for people like me who had to deal with the snow like that. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. And then Trainer Tips touched up on this as well. And this was a good point, because with Community Day, normally in a normal Community Day, yeah, the main objective here is to get as many shinies as you can, or at least get one. But at the same time, there was also other bonuses involved, like, oh, you get to hatch your eggs faster. Oh, you get more candy when you walk your buddy. You know, there was something that, and then you get an exclusive move, which makes that Pokemon more powerful and more useful in PvP, in raids, and in gym battles, things like that. We got none of that crap. There was only one objective, and one objective only, and that's to get a shiny Feebas. Nothing else was presented to us in terms of, well, you didn't get a shiny, but you still done this. Well, you didn't get a shiny, but you still got that. No, there was no other incentive for us to go out and take part in that, with the exception of getting a shiny Feebas. And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous again, because again, I had to bring this up, I had to drive this home. You expecting people, world players or otherwise, to go out and drive from here to there, to here, to there, to here, to there, whether it's in normal conditions, or snowy conditions, or rainy conditions, or tornado conditions, or hurricane conditions, or wherever the conditions they are, and you expect us to just go do all this stuff for one prize in the form of a shiny Feebas? That's ridiculous. That really is ridiculous. And there was really no strategy to go about this. And I'm about to say something that, you know, some of the guys in my community may take the wrong way, so please do not take this the wrong way. You know, like I said, my personal Feebas community, I had a great time because I was hanging out with other people. We was laughing it up and we was having a great time, hunting down Pokemon and things of that nature. But this type of event, you better off going at it either on your own or at least with one other person. You should not done a big group doing this. And the reason for that is because obviously everybody had their own ideas in terms of how to handle this. And in our group, you know, there was like the hatching the egg and the buddy is easier because all you gotta do is just, in this case, drive around and boom, you'll complete the objective. But I was like, I'm not sure, I don't know. And then after listening to the other YouTubers who prefer catching these Pokemon, getting these great throws and getting these nice throws, yeah, they save up more time doing that. So I was just completing everything that I get my hands on. And then there was some, you know, Pokestops that we skipped and things of that nature. And, you know, there was little control in terms of the strategy that I wanted to, you know, apply, the strategy that other people who was with me wanted to apply. You know, we had no control, and some of us had to say, hold up, stop. You know, we were holding each other back. Like, again, no offense to, you know, those guys who I was rolling with, nothing like that. But I felt like we could have accomplished more on our own. But because of the fact we had crazy snow on the ground, and the guy who was driving around was in an SUV, and he was like the only one who had an SUV that could handle the snow like that, it was better for us to roll with him. Not to mention I had 3 devices, so there was no way in heck I was going to drive around in that type of condition with 3 devices. Like, it's not happening. I can't do it. I can't do it. So that type of event, you were better off tackling those research tasks on your own, so you can try to come up with some type of strategy and don't have anybody hold you back and things of that nature. So again, no disrespect, not throwing shades, not throwing shots at the guys I was rolling with, but in terms of like getting the best possible shot, again, a shiny Feebas, even though again, like 4 out of the 5 of us did get a shiny Feebas, but to get the best odds, like we were better off on our own, to be honest, or at least as a duo, you know. So there you go with that. Now in terms of how they should fix this, obviously I felt like to fix the whole world play scenarios, and for those who don't want to travel far because of the conditions around them, they should have like made, obviously, and this is a #1 suggestion that everybody making, and I'm gonna make it as well, and that's this. Like with these Pokestops, we should constantly spin the same one and constantly get the same research task. That would totally help. So instead of us wasting gas, driving through the snow or whatever, 20, 30, 40 minutes away so we can get to the next spot where there's a crowd on the Pokestops, we just hang out in one spot, lower that Pokestop up, put on the instance, and then just chill there, get the Pokemon, get great throws, get nice throws, drive around for a minute to get the buddy distance to hatch the eggs, and then, okay, we completed the field research, let's go back to the same Pokestop and spin it. That's one thing and then Niantic, they missed the ball. They missed the ball with this, and here's why. I saw a tweet from Pope Dave, actually, who accused Niantic of being money hungry. This event did not show that they were money hungry for me, with the exception of where you gotta hatch an egg, so you need super incubators, which cost money. Yeah, there's that, but they missed out financially. Here's why. Imagine if they could let us spin the same spot, the same Pokestop, over again and get the same research task. And let's say it was 15 nice throws. So, and we don't want to drive anywhere. What are we gonna do? Well, we need Pokemon to spawn here. How do we do that? Lower modules, incense, that costs money. Along with the incubators, we could drive around, load up the Pokestops, put on the incense every 30 minutes, and then when we run out, we put another one. If we run out, we put another one. If we run out of the items, we will buy more. So they missed out financially. They messed up there as well. So, I'm not trying to make Niantic more money hungry or anything like that. But to be realistic, they missed out on that financially as well. Another thing that they should have done, I said this before, and that, the number of things that we had to do, they should have made them easier. So, the 15 nice throws and the 10 great throws was ridiculous. They should have lowered the amount down to maybe 10 nice throws, 5 great throws, or better yet, just forget the type of throws. Just say catch just 10 Pokemon. Just get 10 Pokemon. And we could have fast catch those or use the Pokemon Go Plus or the Pokeball Plus and caught them. And they would have made it that much easier to give people more chances to get more field research, to give them a better shot again at shiny Feebas, and they didn't do that. And then another thing they should have done was they should have added another incentive to the game. Again, reduce the distance needed to hatch an egg. Reduce the distance needed to get that, for your buddy riders to get that candy. They should have put that in there so we can go out and be like, hey, well, I didn't get a shiny, but at least I hatched this many eggs, and look what I got from it. Or they could have gave us extra Stardust or something going on. Since we're going to be catching Pokemon, let's get more Stardust from that. There was no extra incentive, and they should have added something in there to help make this easier and give us a reason to go out and play. Because, and here's another thing, a number of people that I talked to, they were working that day. They were working that day. So they only had an hour or so to take part. And if this was community day, they could manage because, again, they would have the instance and they could bring up that Pokemon, catch it, and see if it's shiny. They don't have that luxury because they need a Pokestop to get the field research, to complete it, to see if they can get the shiny Feebas. They don't have that luxury. So by having a Pokestop near them, they can spin it as many times they want without driving all over the place within a minute or 30 minutes or whatever. Would have been so much easier. It would have given them a shot of getting a shiny Feebas instead of saying, well, I got no shot at this, I'm not going to play. So that's all I had to say about this. This is going to be a really long video, and I'm going to cut it a wrap right here, man. So with that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Living in a world where tomorrow's never promised. Last of a dying breed, rather find honest. Got me feeling like an onyx. My heart was getting hard till I looked to the sky. Say I'ma leave it to God and embark on this path. Journey of a lifetime. Everybody rhyme, but not a lot I co-sign. Define the mind's capability.